The 4th of July is an important day for our American friends with Independence Day, but also our Canadian friends. So for both guys, happy 4th of July. It's not only important for our friends that are living abroad, but also for Juventus, because today it's a kind of official kickoff of 22-23 with the preseason that are starting today. Not officially with the entire team, but at least with some players like Federico Chiesa that will be back to be sure that he's training hard to be there as soon as possible. We will speak in that video also about Pogba and Di Maria, but will it be enough? Will it be enough to compete again and to win Serie A? Will it be enough to compete for Champions League? Let's see. Are these two names enough, or do we need a bit more players? Put a maximum of likes, subscribe to the channel. We start after the intro. Before deep diving in all the Italian papers to see what they are saying about our beloved Juventus, I want to say thank you to all the new subscribers on the channel. We start to be really a lot of Juventini. A lot of people are telling me, Beppe, I didn't know about your channel, I just discovered it, thank you. And especially to you that never saw any video of me, or it's one of the first one that you are seeing, I recommend you, if you can't wait for the videos to be online, download OneFootball. The link is into the description. You can also go with the QR code. What is OneFootball? It's an app that is totally free for iOS and Android, where you can stay up to date with Juventus news 24/7 with all the notifications that are coming. You have the results, you have every mercato news about the players. Mamma mia, really great one. I'm using it daily. I hope you can do the same. Let me know if you downloaded OneFootball. The 4th of July is important for American, for Canadians, for Juventus, but also for players for Juventus like Agnese Bonfantini from Juventus Women. Happy birthday, Agnese. I hope you will also do well with the Italian national women team that is about to start the Euro. Hey, I wish you the best. But also, on that day, Giampiero Boniperti was born in 1928. That's really long time ago. Unfortunately, he passed away, but what an important legend. What an important figure for Juventus on the field in the beginning and then as a real president. Giampiero Boniperti, we should do a video about him just so that you know how important and who he was. Corriere dello Sport, and now we start with actuality, because Corriere dello Sport is playing with the words Fattore Juve, Fattore Pogba factor, like the X factor. Why? Because Pogba is already sending some signs from Miami where he is. He's training really hard. He's sweating a lot because he wants to be ready when he will arrive at La Continassa, hopefully before the 10th, because I can't wait. He was writing yesterday on Instagram, can't wait, with some pictures of him dressed in black and white, sending some signs to the Juventini. He can't spoil it yet, but imagine if he can't wait, how much we can't wait, because we needed him for reinforcing our midfield. The schedules for July and August are already out for our Juventus, so we start today with some players that will arrive in La Continassa, especially the players that had some small injuries. On the 10th, they will all be there, maybe also with some new names like Pogba and Di Maria that will also do some medical tests, hopefully a bit before. I already told you, because I can't wait. On the 11th, we start with the real trainings. On the 20th, we are going to the US for 3 big games, 22, 26, and the 30th of July, before coming back for the game in family. Villar Perosa, Juventus A versus Juventus B. Always a really beautiful calendar. And then we start on the 15th of August with our first game versus Sassuolo. I told you that some players would be there because of injury already today. The most important one will probably be Federico Chiesa, that has put in mind the target of being available, or at least for some parts of the game, in September. Why? Because in September, that's also when Champions League start. We are waiting for the draws. Who will we play? I don't know. But Federico Chiesa, seeing him at La Continassa today, I can't wait for the first real official pictures. One that doesn't want to go back on preseason, Cristiano Ronaldo. He communicated to Manchester United that he will not be available for family problems. Guys, I don't know, I hope everything is okay with the family, but it looks a bit like these vibes that we had 1 year ago when he was starting training in pre-season with Juventus, and suddenly he had a problem with his arm. Do you really remember that? And then he left the field. These vibes, Juventini, they know it. Pay attention, Manchester United. I don't see Cristiano Ronaldo continuing with you on 22-23. Another one that is apparently not happy to start the preseason is Ciro Immobile, that we are seeing the picture like Gianluca Di Marzio was posting on Twitter. They start also there with the medical visits for the players, but it looks like he's crying. I don't know why he's crying. Maybe because they took away the penalties for him for next season, but I don't know. Let me know. Be creative and funny, but also respectful. Why is Ciro Immobile crying? Let me know. After that, you put a maximum of like. If you want to know a bit more about Serie A, yesterday I did a 17 minutes long video in partnership with Foot Italia with all the news you need to know about our competitors. So watch the video if you have nothing to do today, because it's really interesting. Tutto Sport, and now we go inside Massimiliano Allegri, because his good friend Galeone, that was his trainer at the time, he is always in contact with him. He said, "Me lo ha detto Max. Max told me Pogba and Di Maria, but also other names. I told you," because Galeone is also reporting what Juventini are feeling at the moment. Pogba and Di Maria, top class, especially Di Maria offensively, will be a fantastic player. Pogba, if he's coming back with like the mentality that he had when he left Juventus, he will be a top player, but these two are not enough. We need to do something also in defense, especially if De Ligt will leave. Max Allegri already told him between friends that he knew about the situation of De Ligt, that he's expecting also some beautiful names in defense. Can we be reassured? We will try, because it's not easy. First of all, we need a bigger offer from Chelsea that we are still waiting. We will come back on that in a few minutes, but Galeone interview was really a great one, also saying that last year Allegri committed some mistake that he was not used to see his pupillo, his padawan doing, but he learned his lesson. Super happy also that he said that he can remain at Juve because he has some objectives in mind. He wants to go back to the victory, and I can't wait to see Juventus going back to victory, probably with Pogba and Di Maria. Rotta su Torino, direction Torino. Here we fly for both of them. They will arrive this week. They will be presented this week. I'm also curious to see how they will be presented. Not only them, because Juventus is really going hard on Cambiasso, where there is already the agreement. We are just waiting for the final yes of Dragosin to Genoa, but also, and maybe most importantly, Zaniolo, that is on Gazzetta dello Sport on the left side, in the middle of speaking about Milan, that didn't start yet their official mercato, even if Origi did already his medical visits. But here, Zaniolo, there is an offer for Zaniolo. Inside Tutto Sport, they are saying that there is a new idea. Instead of swapping with some players that Roma apparently is not 100% sure about, or they are not interested in, Juventus has an idea, a loan of 10 million euro and then 40 million to buy him if some things are reached, like some appearances, some goals or some assists. I don't know. One thing is sure, we were speaking yesterday about Juventus DNA that has to be transmitted with players or trainers like Montero, players like Locatelli, Pogba and so on. Zaniolo is perfectly in that target, the target of having an Italian future champion that is costing not that much in terms of salary, because from 2.5 that is earning at Roma, he could go to 4 million. We can't wait for Zaniolo. Guys, I'm more and more convinced. Also, One Football is convincing me more, because they are reporting the words of Antonio Cassano, ex-player of Real Madrid, Sampdoria, Milan and Inter. Played in a lot of teams in Italy, but he was actually criticizing Zaniolo. He's saying that actually he's not a good player. And when Cassano is speaking bad, I'm happy. Do it more, Cassano. Do it more. Chelsea, they will go with a relaunch for De Ligt. They will increase their offer. They should be more and more concrete. Pay attention, guys. There is not only Chelsea now. There is Manchester United. There is even Bayern Munich that is asking information for De Ligt. One thing that we are nearly sure is that we have to say say goodbye to our Dutch player. Unfortunately, the thing is that we want to start a war of bits between these big clubs so that Juventus can have most of the money. Where will we go to? We will try for Koulibaly, we will try for Bremer, they are always in the list, even if difficult. So one that is a top priority according to OneFootball is still the one of Arsenal. We are speaking about Gabriel. Arsenal is going with 100 players of Brazil. Will they leave one? Will they say, Gabriel, you can go to Juventus? We will have to monitor it. But also, not only OneFootball, but also Gazzetta dello Sport is saying the first priority to replace the league could be Gabriel. Gabriel. Why Gabriel? Because he's a player actually that is able to play on the left. Galeone was saying in the interview with Allegri or about Allegri that he said that De Ligt or Bonucci, they were not that great when they were playing on the left side. What I already told you so many times, that I had some doubts of them being a perfect duo. Gabriel, that is probably less good than De Ligt, would be a perfect fit on the left side because that's where he's used to play. Not only that, Juventus is also thinking about the future. Maybe, we spoke so much about Pogba arriving for free from Manchester United to Juventus and exploding. Juventus is trying to do the Pogba biz, not with Paul Pogba that will come back again for free, but this time with Kenan Yildiz, a player from Turkish origins that is 17 years old, playing at Bayern Munich, is about to not renew his contract. He is a number 10. He's a really great player, physical, technical, really with a lot of pace, and he could come playing between the under 19 and under 23 and also having sometimes in training with the first team and starting to understand how we are training with the first team. Can be a real great prospect for the future. You know how many times you told me, but we missed on so many big players that became some big stars. Now Juventus is not only thinking about the present but also about the future. Speaking about number 10s, Paulo Dybala, they are linking him with a lot of teams. You know it about Roma, Napoli, Inter, Milan, Monza, but also abroad. Manchester United and Arsenal are on the players. I still don't believe that he can go abroad, but let's see what will happen there. We finish with the last news, Paolo Bianco. You remember I told about him a few weeks ago that he was in contact to Juventus to reinforce the team of Max Allegri. He's a tactician, especially in non-possession, coming from Sassuolo. He's coming from the school of De Zerbi. He could be a really great addition. We are just waiting for him to be officialized by Juventus. He could be a really great addition for Juventus to start playing in a new way, a 4-3-3 with possession and non-possession calibrated really well. Guys, put a maximum of like to the video. I hope you enjoyed it. I start to be really tired speaking, but there are so many news that are exciting me. Maximum of like, subscribe to the channel. We see each other probably later today. Grazie, forza, Juve.